How's it going, everybody? My name is Matt, and I couldn't be more excited that you're here. If you're new to the channel, we talk about all kinds of different ways to create passive income, to get more time and money freedom so that we can live the life of our dreams. We can be with our family. We can live life on our terms, do the things that we want when we want to do them. And so we can increase the amount of good that we're doing in the world. That's the whole point of all of this, right? Is to make a greater impact, to spend time with the ones you love. If that sounds like something that you're into, then I just want to invite you to subscribe to the channel, because that's what we're going to focus on. And as I encounter new things, I'm going to continually share my journey of growing my passive monthly income so that I can make money while I sleep and I can change the world while I'm doing it. Today, we're talking about one of my favorite crypto passive income projects, and that is the Drip Network. And if you're new to Drip and you've never heard of it, please check out my other videos where I talk about what Drip is, how to buy it. Just check out those videos. But right now, I'm going to talk about why I think it's such a great time, and I've never been more excited. It definitely has become my focus of trying to build my Drip account as big as I possibly can, because I really personally believe in this project and the future of this project. And it's kind of odd because this project just turned 1 year old, which in DeFi years, that's probably like 30 years old, right? Because crypto moves so fast. Many projects don't even last a month, 2 months, 3 months. And for Drip to be paying out 1% interest every single day, that gives people the ability to compound that 1% every single day, is quite phenomenal and really amazing. So Drip just crossed over 100,000 users worldwide, which is amazing, but it has so much room to grow the more and more people catch on to this project and understand that it's actually here to stay. And why I think this could be one of the very best times that we might have to buy Drip. Okay, and I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna build the case, right? Because that's what I'm doing for myself. As I look at a project, I try to build a case and I try to be objective to, like, I'm presenting clues to the judge in a courtroom, and I'm saying, here's what I see, here's the evidence, and here's what I don't like, here's what I do like, and I'm going to do that for you guys. I've been analyzing it, and I've never been more excited. And if you stick around to the end of this video, I'm going to play a clip from Forex Shark, the developer of Drip. He just did an AMA today with Crypto Italia, I think, an Italian crypto channel. So shout out to them. But he just did an AMA with them. And I'm going to play this, and if this doesn't get you more excited about Drip than ever, then I don't know what will. But stick around to the end. I'm going to show you that clip, but let's dive into the analysis now. Okay, the first thing I want to show you guys is a diagram of market cycles. And I know a lot of you experienced investors, like, this is old hat and you don't need this refresher to look at this, but most people coming into crypto, there's so many new people, new investors, and you haven't had a lot of experience under your belt. And honestly, this was me, even just 6-7 months ago, not understanding that everything has cycles, right? So, and you can see the way things normally start out is an accumulation with a project, and then there's something called markup. Now, on this markup phase, this is when people normally hear about a project. This is when this is like a huge green candle. Now, let's jump over to the Drip chart, and I'm going to show you a markup phase. So if you look over here, this is what I would call markup. Okay, this massive green candle going up right here. This is when a project is getting the most attention. There's so many people talking about it. Everyone's making YouTube videos about it. It looks amazing. It looks reassuring. You see this green candle. This is this markup phase. And I just want to ask you a question. Who benefits the most from a markup phase? Well, it's the people who bought an accumulation down here. People who bought down here, this is very unsexy. This isn't fun. This doesn't feel good. There's nothing telling you that you made a good choice. Like, there's no green candle saying, good job, you're doing something good. You have to understand that you're buying something because you believe that it's going to go up, and you're going to be able to reap the benefits of you're going to be exposed to all that positive price action on markup. Now, let's also jump over and look at Google Trends, because you can search the term Drip Network, and you can see this is what people are searching for in Google. And just the same time that Drip was having a markup, its last run up, that parabolic run up, well, people were talking about it. And usually what I've come to find out is when I get information that I'm not looking for, like I'm at the grocery store and I hear people talking about Shiba Inu or Doge, and I'm at church and I hear people talking about, hey man, I just bought some Doge. And, to me, that's a clue and an indication that I am late to the party, that that if it makes it to mainstream, like if I'm getting the information, it's just running into me, then typically we're at this phase right here. That's just my way of looking at it, because what happens after markup is everybody who is in accumulation and bought down here, then there's distribution. There's a sell-off that happens. This happens in any crypto or any stock or in any asset that you buy. It goes in cycles. So there's accumulation, markup, distribution, and then, just look right here at the drip price. We'll see, this is some massive distribution. And then this is the markdown phase, right? So this is like total markdown. This is everybody just taking profits all the way down. And honestly, people who FOMO'd in right here, they're selling at losses because they're scared right here. And I just want to be totally transparent and honest with you guys. I taught myself TA, technical analysis, and how to read charts and patterns. And for some reason, I convinced myself that really didn't apply in the DeFi space. Like maybe, that was more for traditional trading. And so, I found out about drip right here and I bought it on this bounce right here. I think I bought $2,000 worth right here at about $137 or so, something like that. I bought in here because I thought, okay, this was about a 30% pullback. And I thought, well, it's probably going to bounce out of there. And it just didn't. It rolled over. So I personally bought during the markdown phase. And that's usually not very good, but I'm going to explain to you why even that's okay and why I'm still in a great spot, even though I did that. So what happens after markdown is, you guessed it, more accumulation. And let's jump over to a different crypto just so I can show you. Let's look at Avalanche. And if we look at all-time Avalanche on CoinMarketCap, you can see there was a parabolic run up here, and then it has to cool off, right? It can't go up forever. So there has to be this compression down, and then you have this consolidation or accumulation. And people who loaded up right here, they got full exposure to this massive parabolic run up on AVAX. Now, here's the thing. You don't have to buy necessarily an accumulation. What you can do is you can wait for a move higher, and then you can wait for essentially it to put in a higher low than the low down here, a higher low. So it's a run up and then a higher low and then another run up. You could wait for that confirmation before you buy in. That's totally fine. It's all about your risk tolerance. But I'm just telling you right now in drip, why I'm telling you all of this is I believe that we're entering into that accumulation phase. I think we're entering into it right now. Typically, when you look at charts and you look at things that are extremely red or in an extreme downtrend, this is not when the general investor gets excited or thinks about buying a coin. Usually people want to buy when they have confirmation. It's confirmation that this is a good buy, right? But who makes all of the money? How do whales become multimillionaires? They do it because they buy in accumulation phases. People become multimillionaires in crypto and traditional trading when they buy during bear markets. They load their bags. They just dollar cost average in during accumulation so that when we have the next bull run, they're just sitting in pure amazing profits. So you can see there are two different prices when it comes to drip. There's the pancake swap price, which is what we're looking at right here on Dex Screener. This is a way you can view that chart, and I'll have that link down below. The other one would be the internal DEX here on the Drip Network. And if you go to the swap page and scroll down, you'll see it's at $29. And honestly, this $29 mark has been a very significant number. It has bounced off on the internal DEX $29 probably 5 or 6 times. And it's really currently a very strong support level. Now, am I saying that it will continue to hold? I don't know. I don't have a crystal ball. So we're just kind of looking at this and examining and trying to figure out what the best move would be and why it might be a good time to buy drip. Now, I also want to take a look at one of the best investors in the world has to say. He says, I will tell you how to become rich. Close the doors. Be fearful when others are greedy. Be greedy when others are fearful. So let me read that again. Be fearful when others are greedy. Be greedy when others are fearful. In other words, you got to zig when other people are zagging. You got to see something when other people are in extreme fear, i.e. where we are right now with drip. People with experience look at this as an opportunity. You see opportunity. You're looking for an opportunity to gain the biggest advantage. And this could be what we're looking at with drip. Now, there could be more downside. I'm not going to lie. There could be more downside. And I drew this line here because I feel like it's a significant resistance level. But remember, resistance and support are really more zones than they are lines. So I kind of drew a box of a resistance zone from this point to this point. So that could be anywhere really from 23 to 29. But honestly, we could see a reversal here. So just keep that in mind. Now, let's take a look at where I bought again. I bought way up here at about probably $137 is probably where I bought. And I put in $2,000. Let's look at my account right now. So I'm currently sitting at $1,964, and all I've been doing is compounding. I have not claimed any amount. Now this says 21 drip claimed right here. That's only because when you hydrate or compound, that amount goes into the claimed amount. That's how that works. And you can see I'm building a team. You guys are awesome. We're going to be building a team of people that are changing their lives with crypto passive income and using drip as one of the tools to fuel that dream. And you can see, because I want to be fully transparent, I've received 9.2 drip as referral reward. So everything else I've put in and I've compounded. And when I deposited that $2,000, I only got kind of like maybe, if I remember, because there's a 10% tax, I might have gotten like 9 drip or 10 drip out of the whole thing. And, as you can see right now, drip is like, if we look at the price of drip currently, like we just showed, it's $29. I bought it at $140. But here's my point. Because of the power of compound interest, this curve right here is the compound interest curve. And this is time on the bottom here. So over time, the compound interest effect starts to overtake price action, right? So even though I bought 3 months ago at one of the worst times, it's okay, because with a project like Drip, even that mistake can be overpowered over time as long as the project lasts by the magic and power of compound interest. So I'm starting to now be back to where I was with my original deposit, and just now starting to begin to overpower that. With a traditional investment into a stock or a crypto that doesn't have this compound interest, this daily compound interest feature, you really are relying on price movement being the only thing that's going to make you money. But even if you get into Drip at the wrong time, like I did, and this was majorly at the wrong time, you can still be earning and eventually overtake any kind of mistakes about you buying at the wrong time by the power of compound interest. But I also want to point out that you can use the element of time, because a certain amount of time has to transpire before you get into this exponential part of the compound interest curve. You want to make it to this part as fast as possible. And if you're waiting just to buy the asset when it's the perfect time, like, you need to have a longer term vision of Drip anyway. I think the number one question that anyone should ask themselves before investing in Drip or any other protocol like this is, do I believe that this protocol will be around in a year or 2 years? And if the answer is no, then you should definitely not invest in it. So first and foremost, ask yourself that question. I've asked myself that question, and I happen to believe that Drip will be. And I could be totally wrong, but with everything I've seen, with all the research that I've done, with the massive community that I see, with Drip's ability to sustain and pay out 1% daily, even when the overall crypto market itself is probably down 50, 60% overall, it's still paying that out. So make sure you do your own research. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm simply telling you what I'm doing, why I'm so excited about it. And you can take that and do whatever you want to do. And make sure you answer that question, because like I said, if the answer is no, then this is not for you. If the answer is yes, then all of this research can be used to calculate whatever decision you come to. So for me, I'm looking at this and I'm seeing opportunity. I'm seeing a chance for me to keep adding to my position. That's exactly what I've done. And the way that I've done that is I've tried to create what I'm calling a wealth spiral, where I'm taking other investments, which I'll show you guys in another video. Actually, go ahead and comment down below if you want to see. I'm trying to build other little machines that feed into my ability to buy more Drip, okay? Because I decided that my goal is to acquire the most amount of Drip that I can. And so I'm going to, which is really important, you guys. You have to set goals even when it comes to investing. So I know that that's what I want to do. So I've created a spiral where I have these other projects that maybe I don't believe in long term, but I know that I can make money, because I'm asking myself the question with those projects, can I make money with this? Is there a way that I can generate money? And if the answer is yes, then I'm able to do that. But I'm creating many, many different things that I could use to feed back into drip. Now, when we're talking about building a wealth spiral of other projects that can feed into, be feeder projects where they can get you capital that will increase your purchasing power for drip or whatever your main focus is going to be. What I wanted to point out is the garden can be a great vehicle for that. The way that Forex Shark describes the drip garden is it's a 3x leverage play on drip. So it's higher risk, but higher reward. And if you're bullish on drip and you're excited about drip, then you would be even more bullish about the drip garden, which is also at a super, super low point where new capital has extreme buying power. And right now you can use this. My goal is to build this up and build it up. You can see I've got 5,041 plants. My goal is to build this up and eventually develop a schedule where I'm harvesting, 2 to 3 times a week. And then I'm going and I'm buying more drip with it. That's my personal plan. And I haven't decided if I'm going to be doing that straight or if I'm going to go to the farms and deposit in this drip BUSD pool where that'll earn me pigs, and then take those pigs, put them in the pig pen. So there's lots of strategy. That is like big time end game stuff where I'm really delaying any kind of ROI for a long time because I believe in the projects. And if you guys want to see more videos about strategy, about building kind of like a wealth spiral where you earn passive income on one thing, you take those dividends and those dividends make you more passive income, and then you take the dividends of that and that creates more passive income, and you're constantly creating more revenue streams without adding new capital. If that sounds cool, put that in the comments and I'll try to make a video on that as well. The Animal Farm, which is Forex Shark's other project, has been on pause. It's been taking a lot of his attention, trying to get it back up and running. And guess what? It's just about to go live again. Probably next week is what he's saying. Once that happens, all the attention and focus is going to be on promoting and creating more and more use cases for the Animal Farm and drip. And from what he's been sharing about what's coming for drip, it's very, very exciting. I've already showed you guys there's a new UI that's coming. That's amazing. There's a new fiat on-ramp, which is going to allow people to buy drip straight from the website with their credit cards or debit cards. There's lending coming, which I'm going to share. This is going to be awesome. I'm going to let Forex share that with you at the end of this video. There's Pancake Swap partnerships, there's Bet Fury partnerships, and there's the scratch ticket lottery system that's going to be used to support the drip network in the Animal Farm. That sounds in itself really, really amazing. And I just can't wait for all that stuff to be released. And not to mention, we have some of the very first big whales in drip are now exiting the system, because remember, you can only earn up to 365% of whatever you put in. And when you compound, of course, that number goes up. But for those people that just got in early and never compounded, they're going to be kicked and forced out of the system. The system is going to stop paying them out. So we're seeing kind of the end game play out and the sustainability play out to where drip is saying, hey, look, I'm working just like I was supposed to work. I've heard people talk about 4-figure drip by the end of the year. And this isn't just any old Joe saying that. These are people in the Reap DAO, people that are close in the inner circle. Now, I'm not saying that. And I'm just doing calculations thinking to myself, even if drip got to $60 to $90, maybe even back to all-time high at 160, 170, that would be life-changing money for so many people. And not to mention, it has the potential to go much, much, much higher. Make sure you watch my video on how to take $12,000 and turn it into 1 million, where I show you why drip doesn't even have to go up to make you a millionaire. All right, guys, one other thing I wanted to show you is, currently I'm making, 1% of this every single day. So that's about $19.69 at the current price. So we'll just say it's $19, okay? And we just take the calculator and we put in 19 times an average of 30 days. That's $570 a month that I'm earning passively from drip. And remember, I bought at quite possibly the worst time or very near the worst time. And I'm making $570 a month. Now, you home investors out there, you people that buy rental houses, you know that to be able to make $570 a month, like you'd have to buy a massive house to cash flow that much. Like you could buy, if you cash flowed $200 to $300 on a house, you would think that'd be great. And you still have to deal with tenants. You still have to deal with all the broken toilets and broken windows and all that kind of stuff. You have to repair all of the things that they break, clean the carpets. If they stop paying, you got to hunt them down. Wouldn't it be nice just to come in and click one button every single day instead? build a portfolio of crypto passive income projects rather than rental houses? How does that sound? Now, before you start yelling at me and saying, yeah, but that's going to change, that crypto is so volatile that you might be earning that, but you might be earning way less than that tomorrow. You're right. But I also might be earning way more than that. And you need to factor that in as well. I've been in real estate. I've flipped houses before. And, I know that you can buy some houses for $15,000 to $25,000, $30,000, and you might be able to rent them for $400 to $500 a month. And you might buy them out with cash. That might be an option, but that's rough. That's rough territory. Those are hard tenants to have in most cases. That might cause you a lot of headaches and a lot of problems. And you got to have property managers and all that kind of stuff. And if you want to buy a better middle class house, you're looking to take out a loan and spend $150,000, $200,000, $250,000 on a house that might give you $300 cash flow, maybe $250 cash flow, and you might be happy with that. My whole point is, I just want to say, I bought it one of the worst times. The market is extremely down. DRIP's been going down for maybe over 3 months or so, or something like that. And because of the power of this right here, you guys, because of the power of this, I'm still able to make $560 a month passively. Now, remember, I haven't claimed any of that because I'm choosing to get further up this curve. I want to hit this exponential curve as soon as I possibly can, because then all of a sudden, if I'm just patient and I'm doing this, and the drip price doesn't have to go up at all. It does not have to go up at all for this to happen. I'm going to start flying up this curve, and I'll start making $1,000, $2,000 a month, and up and onward. But remember, none of this matters if I don't believe drip will be around in a year or 2 years. So I personally do, and I want you to hear this clip from Forex right now where he talks about why he's so excited about drip. You guys ready? Let's go ahead and listen to that right now.
I would say there's no better time to invest in drip than right now, with a level of confidence that you could never have had, at any time before this. So, I see drip outperforming everything that we've done in the past, like to a degree that's not even, not even recognizable to anything in crypto. I think that this lending protocol that we're going to bring in will be the largest thing in crypto. The first truly peer-to-peer lending protocol. That's going to be huge. Right? I really believe this will be the biggest thing in crypto, and it's going to be tied directly into drip. So I think what we've done so far, as far as price movement, is nothing compared to what we're about to do.
Okay, you guys, I hope that this video brought you value today. I hope you liked it. If you did, would you please just hit the like button and subscribe to my channel, and make sure you hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I release sometimes time-sensitive information, because in DeFi, timing is everything. You want to know about any new opportunities that are out there. And if you hit that bell, you'll always be in the know. I want to challenge you guys to be fearful when other people are greedy, and to be greedy when other people are fearful, to find opportunity, to find those gems, to look for how to maximize your investment, and to multiply the money that you have and to earn life-changing passive income so that you can live the life of your dreams. I love you guys. Go out, have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.